Monday the 13th of November. Daily Mail. A tear as she watches Cenotaph service from afar. Yeah, a tear because she knows that their evil, corrupt cartel are coming to an end. That's the only reason she's got any tears. That woman hasn't got a heart, so she can't have any tears, can she? And you can see that she's evil just by looking at her. And let's not forget, she's to do with what's underneath that picture as well. New advice on transgender bullying for Church of England's school teachers. Church, let little boys wear tiaras. Are we really going to let this evil bunch of shits get away with this? Turning our kids into whatever they think they can turn them into. Because that's all this is about. Nothing to do with anything else other than turning our kids into, well, what can only be classed as monsters, really, at the end of the day. The nation remembers with that Charlie, the bloke that likes anything that moves, particularly kids. The Spice Girls apparently getting back together, whoopee-doo. Now Gore criticised over Britain in Iran jail. Distraction, look over here, look over there, that's all this shit is. A very Russian Brexit. Oh, Brexit's in the news again every day so far. Wow, they're really pushing that, aren't they? But I know you lot aren't falling for it anymore. And what they're trying to say here, there's Russia was involved in Brexit, blah, 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 blah. You must be as sick of reading this junk as I am. Something to do with fishing and... Oh, that's not even worth reading. Daily Mirror. Deck, I've got my best mate back. Whoopee-doo. Secrets of the over 50 daters. It's no secret, they're dating someone over 50. Boris blunder, mum's breast cancer fears. So Boris is screwed up again. What a shock. Britain's most married... Is this really news? Is there anything on that front cover that is actually news? Oh, no there isn't. I will continue, however. Wife number 9 has jilted me. Ron, 69, tells of heartbreak after fiancé, 28, runs off with rival. And they're trying to tell you this is news. The Times. Women at human rights law firm complain of women at human rights firm complain of sexual harassment. Not shocking there, really, is it? Gove creates new doubts over mother jailed in Iran. Now this is one of my pet hates and you lot know it. Traffic lights on motorways to cut congestion. Utter bollocks. Traffic lights do nothing but cause congestion. It's a proven fact. How many times have you been at a set of crossroads, a set of traffic lights, totally clear both ways but you're on red? And in Nottingham it's even worse because the scum-sucking Nottingham criminal cartel, they've got lights all over the place, particularly for these waste of money and time trams. You go down Robin Hood Way, I think it is, in the Meadows, and they're always on red for the cars, even when there's nothing coming. Traffic lights are there to confuse you and to infuriate you, and they do a good job of that. And then above that, 2 of the evil criminals that need jail time. A lot of jail time. In fact, the rest of their pathetic lives in jail would be the fairest way. The Scum. A royal tear for heroes. No, it's not. It's, oh gosh, they're finding out that we're a bunch of corrupt criminals controlled by the Archons that are trying to destroy them all. And they're going to find out and punish me. Damn right. Damn right, you. Sing along, children. The skirt of the drag queen goes swish, swish, swish. Trans classes for kids aged 2. They're trying to turn our kids into abominations. And if we let them get away with this, we deserve it. Anyone that lets a kid go to anything like that, you're not a parent. Boris is backed on Naz. The Guardian. Oh, Brexit again. Brexiteers send PM Orwellian set of demands. Memo from Gove and Johnson stirs turmoil ahead of withdrawal bill vote. Again, this is just more of making the government, who are absolutely corrupt and inept, look corrupt and inept. But that's the plan, because the whole thing is, we all know that the government is so corrupt and full of sexual deviance, it's beyond belief. But they want us to think that so that the EU can take over, because it's quite clear we can't govern ourselves. Oh, wait a minute, got rid of them, all them, made it so it's you don't get paid and you don't get expenses. Let's see how many of them want to rule over us. Not look after us, but rule over us. Another picture of one of the most evil, corrupt things on the planet. And then below that, boiler scheme cuts leave vulnerable at risk. You mean they're attacking the poor again? Wow! You could have knocked me over with a feather. The Daily Telegraph. Don't axe Boris over my wife's Iran jail shambles. I don't believe this is even him speaking, unless he hates his wife. Anything's possible, I suppose. On the right hand side, let boys wear tutus, says Church of England. If you can't see that they're all totally and utterly trying to turn our children into abominations, there's something wrong. All these need going to prison for the rest of their entire lives, and we need we'll use their own technology against them, automated gun turrets for if they try and escape. Not that they want to, because their faces will be plastered over everywhere and everyone would know who they are immediately. So it would be game over for them. And yes, there's another picture of the most evil woman on the planet. Barnier hints at EU pre-travel ban as Brexit talks have gone to the dogs. Oh, so if we're not in the EU, we can't travel. So everything they're using against us is fear tactics. Oh, we won't be able to travel. And yet before the corrupt dictatorship known as the EU, we could travel everywhere, and we did. But no, you can't travel if you don't come to an agreement. If we don't pay the ransom for our freedom, then, well, our sort of freedom, then we don't get it. You couldn't make this shit up, could you? Star. UK colder than Arctic. Does anyone actually believe this junk? Does it look like we've got snow outside? 3, 4, 5 feet deep? Because it certainly doesn't. It might be cold, but it's certainly not colder than the Arctic. Not that we're allowed anywhere near there anyway. HM tears for Fallen. No, HM tears for herself because she knows the game's nearly up. And she knows that she's going to be held to account for her evil, corrupt, criminal activities. It's Corrie to Panto. No, it's all Panto. Some semi-naked woman and a mere celeb, get me in there. Does anyone still watch that junk? Did anyone watch it in the first place? More the point. Daily Express. 10p. Now 10p. I thought it was 20p. Now it's not. No, you lose track of it. Queen's silent tear for nations fallen. No, Queen's silent tear for herself because she knows she's going to spend the rest of her life in prison. And what a great day that will be, along with the rest of all them parasitical scum and them in Parliament. Too much TV can give you a deadly blood clot. Well, if you're watching TV, you're almost certainly half dead anyway, in a trance watching their propaganda to get you to believe that we actually need a Queen, that we actually need Parliament. Well, if we don't have Parliament, we should actually have the EU. You watch TV, you're in this shite. Let's quit EU talks now. Britain must defy bullies of Brussels, says Tycoon Dyson. Told you it's so simple. Repeal the 72 Act, and then repeal the 1666 Sesquiv Act, and then lock all those in Parliament and all the royals up, and the whole planet will be a better place. First snow of winter, and it's getting colder. Now you've got to realise that they put all this junk out because if they can get us to believe it, and more importantly to think about it, then we will create it. It's called the law of attraction. Financial Times. Not a great deal in this. Not that there ever is. Trump and Duterte meet in Milan. Spy Masters fears over Barclays' use of software linked to Russia. Yeah, it's Russia again. We've got to create a new enemy because you're not buying the ISIS, Al Qaeda, IS, whatever name we're giving it. So we're going to create a new terrorist. And let's face it, Russia's worked in the past. Let's go back to the old style and let's blame Russia again, because if it worked in the past, it'll work again, because all those dummies that read this sort of junk fall for it every time, and it's worked every time so far. Why wouldn't it work again? The Metro. Rap star, I don't know who that is, some woman semi-naked type thing with a load of diamond necklaces and things, I don't know what that crap's about. Church, let kids choose their gender. C of E's new guidance for 4,700 nursery and primary schools. You need to take your kids out of the schools. If this sort of thing's going on, and this sort of thing is going on, because the problem is, we all believe that they're getting taught the way we got taught at school, where we actually did learn a little bit. Not like now. If you look at how they teach maths now, it's an absolute joke. It's an abomination. But I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying what I would do if I had kids at school now. They wouldn't be there. I wouldn't allow them in their disgraceful brainwashing laundries. Dennis Healy. World events do not occur by accident. They are made to happen, whether it is to do with national issues or commerce, and most of them are staged and managed by those who hold the purse strings.